Hi guys, today we're going to be making a clay sculpture in the shape of a face. So to get ready, you want to make sure you take off any jewelry that you're wearing. It'll get clay in it and you don't want that. And also push up your sleeves. Once you're ready to go, you're going to start with a piece of clay about the size of your fist, and you're going to start smoothing it out between your hands and flattening it down into the shape of a pancake. You're going to press gently and make sure you flip your clay over every time you press. You don't want it to stick to the table. When your clay is about as thick as your finger, that's when you know it's ready to go. So you're going to take your wooden stick, draw out the shape of the face, make sure it's not too small, and then go back over and press harder on that line to cut it out. You're going to take your little scraps of clay and ball them up and set them to the side because we're going to need them later. You can take your finger and smooth out the edge of your face to make it look nice. And then when that's done, you're going to take your stick and carve your name neatly into the back. Try to make it as big and as readable as you can. Next, you're going to flip it over and start adding the parts of the face. When you're doing this, you can make it a human or an animal face. That's up to you. So I'm taking a little piece of my extra clay and making an eyeball out of it. And to attach my clay, I'm going to score both sides. To score means to scratch in. You want to scratch it all up with that stick. You're kind of making it like Velcro, so the pieces of clay will stick together. Next is I'm going to slip my clay. And this means adding water so that the clay gets nice and sticky like glue, and that's going to help it attach and not fall apart. My last step to attach is I'm going to press and smooth the two pieces together. This is super important. You want to make sure that they're really stuck together. You can take your finger and go along that edge, smooth it out, press and pull the clay, because you want to make it look like it's one piece of clay. If it gets a little too wet, you can dab it with a paper towel to get that extra water. And then any piece that you attach, you're going to do it that same way. Score, slip, and smooth, and that's going to keep it all nice and tight in one piece. If I want to add more details, I can also draw and carve them in with my stick. So I'm adding some eyes, a nose, some eyebrows, and then I'm going to add more detail with the extra pieces of clay that I have. So here I'm carving out a mouth just out of a little extra piece. And I'm going to attach it that same way again. I'm going to score my clay. I'm going to make sure both pieces are scored. I'm going to slip with the water, and then I'm going to press them together and smooth it out to attach. Sometimes the details of your face will get covered up when there's water, so you can see my nose went away here. But that's okay, I can just draw that back in later. Same thing if you make a mistake, if you add something you don't like, just take your finger, smooth it out, erase it, and then go right back over. So I want to add some hair, but I can't make my pieces too thin because they'll break off as they dry. So what I'm going to do is make a nice big piece of clay out of my extra. I'm going to press it down kind of into the shape I want. Doesn't have to be exact. And I'm going to attach it on top of my head by scoring all along the side there and all along the piece of clay. I'm going to use water to slip. I'm going to press them together, and I'm going to make sure I smooth out all the sides of that. So I'm adding one side, I'll add another one too. And then I'm going to go even on the back side of my clay all around, smooth it into one piece. You want it to be really nicely attached. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my carving stick and I'm going to go back over and add all those details I want. I'm going to add the hair, I can add some details to the face. Make it really fun and interesting. You want to add detail wherever you can. And then you have your face. We're going to let these dry, and then next time we'll get to add color.